Assalamu alaikum, dear learners. I hope you all are fine. I am also fine. Alhamdulillah. Dear learners, today we are going to enjoy another English class for the students of class 8 and our today's online video class number 16. My dear learners, today we will learn the rules of cloze test without clues. And you know there is a test item in the JES examination from unseen passes, cloze test without clues. There will be 5 gaps for 5 marks. So it is very important. Today I have again designed my class with the help of PowerPoint presentation. Dear learners, before starting today's class, I would like to ask you some questions from our previous class. Let's enjoy today's class now. Dear learners, evaluation of previous class, answer the following question. Unit 5, lesson 3 and 4. Dear learners, I will ask some questions from Unit 5, particularly from lesson 3 and 4. Here is the first question for you. How did the Pakistani ruler try to stop our voice? Can anyone answer this question? I think you can. Yes, the answer is the Pakistani ruler tried to stop our voice at the gunpoint. The second question, who is the founder of Bangladesh? You must know it, my dear learners. Yes, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman is the founder of Bangladesh. And the third one, what does Bangabandhu mean? Dear learners, we always hear Bangabandhu, Bangabandhu, but we must know what Bangabandhu means. Yes, Bangabandhu means the friend of Bangla. And question number 4, the prayers of the poor will be with you. Who said it to whom? Can you get the answer? Yes, I think you can. Yes, this is the answer. A very poor old woman told it to Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Okay, my dear learners. This is all about the question from previous class. Now we are going to start our new class. Objective of the class. After the end of the class, learners will be able to understand how they should read the text. Choose the right word. Choose the word according to meaning. Choose the right parts of speech. And outcomes of the class. At the end of this class, the learners will be able to choose the right word for fill in the gaps without clues. Use the right form of word according to grammar. And write answers properly. Before knowing the main rules, we must have a preparatory discussion on it. And there is a very common thing. You have learned it in class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. Parts of speech. Yes, my dear learners. How many kinds of parts of speech? Can you remember it? Yes, there are 8 kinds of parts of speech. What are they? They are noun. What is noun? Noun is the word of name. Okay. Dear learners, the word indicates a name is called noun. And then pronoun. What is pronoun? When we use a word instead of noun, is called pronoun. Then adjective. What is adjective? Adjective is a modifier. We know it. To modify, it modifies a noun or a pronoun. Okay, my dear learners. Now 4, verb. What is verb? Verb is an action word. It also refers to a state of something or belonging of something. Okay, my dear learners. And then adverb. What is adverb? We know it's also another modifier like adjective, but an adverb can modify a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Okay. And number 6, preposition. What is preposition? Preposition is a word we use before a noun to make a connection, make a relationship with the other words in a sentence. Okay. And number 7, conjunction. Conjunction, that means connector. It connects to words or to sentences or to clauses, etc., etc. And the last one, interjection. We know it. when we express our certain feeling with the help of a word is called interjection. Okay, then we have learned it from here that there are 8 kinds of persuasive speech, and we all have idea about um, about the about the meaning of every persuasive speech. Okay, the function of persuasive speech, you know it, but we must have another discussion on functions of persuasive speech. And the first one, noun. Noun is function as a subject or object of a finite verb. That means we use a noun as a subject or object of a finite verb. Then function of a pronoun function to avoid repetition of a noun. Whenever we hear a word, someone like nahi, 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 again and nahi, it can't be very pleasant to us. So we use another word, and it means the same noun. Okay, that is called pronoun, and that means we use pronoun to avoid repetition of noun. An adjective is a modifier, and we, as I have mentioned it earlier, modifies a noun or a pronoun. Adjective modifies a noun or a pronoun. Okay. Then adverb, verb, action or a state of something or to make ownership. And then adverb is also modifies a verb or an adjective or another adverb. Preposition, to make a relationship with other words in a sentence. This is the function of a preposition. Conjunction, to connect another word or another clause or another sentence. An interjection, to express certain feelings. Okay, my dear learners, function of persuasive speech. Then, 2 facts to remember. We must remember 2 facts if we want to solve gap filling activities without clues. And what are they? Number 1, meaning. Meaning is the fact. If you want to solve exercise like this, then you will have to know the meaning of the text. Meaning of the text is very important. Without knowing meaning, you cannot choose the right word. So you must know the meaning of the sentence. And in this regard, I suggest you to read through any source, from internet, from English magazine, English newspaper, novel, English books. You must know more and more topics. Okay. And the second one, grammatical knowledge. That means you must know 2 facts. Number 1, meaning, then grammatical knowledge. Meaning will help you to choose the right word, and grammatical knowledge will help you to use it correctly. Okay. Then steps you need to go if you want to solve fill in the gaps without clues. So how should you go? The steps you need to go. The first one is go through the whole text first. Prothome, go through the whole text. Okay, just read the text from beginning to the end. At the end, then number 2, guess the contextual meaning of the text. Okay, contextual meaning, what the passage represents. And number 3, choose the word for gap filling according to meaning. According to meaning, I repeat it, according to meaning. Okay. And number 4, use grammatical knowledge to form the right part of speech. That means we have discussed about parts of speech, and we know every word of a sentence is called part of speech. So you must know which parts of speech should we use here. Okay. And number 5, then write only the answer. My dear learners, again, we may have a review here. Steps you need to go. Number 1, go through whole text first. And then guess the contextual meaning of the text. And number 3, choose the word for the gap according to meaning. And number 4, use grammatical knowledge to form the right part of speech. And number 5, finally, write only the answer. You need not produce the whole text. You just write the answer. I will show you how to write it. Then, question number 7, without clues. It means without clues. Question is like that. Read the text below and fill in the gaps using suitable words to make it a meaningful text. And every gap contains 1 mark. That means there will be 5 gaps and it will contain 5 marks. Okay. Have an example here. Read the text below and fill in the gaps using suitable words to make it a meaningful text. Here is the passage for you. We must follow the all five steps. First one, what was the first one? First one is go through the whole text. Then I'd like to hear present age is dash the age of networks. So networking services dash a vital role for better and dash communication among the people of the world. Facebook is one of the most dash social network services that help the people to dash their views and thoughts very successfully and effectively. What is the passage about? The text is about social network services and especially Facebook. And you know the meaning of the text. Then you go through the whole text the second time. Present age is dash the age of networks. Is dash the age of networks. So what will be the word here according to meaning? First you choose the word according to meaning. Social networking services dash a vital role for better and dash communication among the people of the world. Facebook is one of the most social network services that help the people to dash their views and thoughts very successfully and effectively. Dear learners, here will be the answer here. Present tense is, that means we will have to use here another verb, passive mood. So we use it here. As passive mood we know, verb will be V3, past participle form. According to meaning, we can say here call, the age of network. If we want to use call, we must use the past participle form of called because is here. So we need to form passive verb. This is your grammatical knowledge. And when you choose the call as the word here to get in the gap, that is called according to meaning. According to meaning, you choose word call and then you should use the past participle form of the verb. That is called grammatical knowledge. The first one is the present age is call the age of networks. Okay. Social networking services dash. This is the subject, social networking service. So we know subject follow the verb. So what will be the verb here? Social networking services. Yes, play. We can choose here. Play a vital role for better and dash communication among the people of the world. Then according to meaning we can use here play, but social networking services is plural number, so we can use play as right form of verb. A vital role for better and dash communication. What will be the answer? Better and dash communication. We can use here better, that means it is comparative degree. Then you can use here another comparative degree, easier, better, another, etc., etc. Okay. Communication among the people of the world. Facebook is one of the most dash social networking. One of the most dash social networking. You see here most. That means you must use here an adjective. Okay. Most popular, most favorite, like that. Social networking services that help the people to here you must use a verb, that means non-finite verb. We can here to call, to communicate their views and thoughts very successfully. Here is the answer for you. Dear learners, Present tense is called. Why we should use call here? Because call is according to meaning and call V3 is according to grammatical rule. Age of network, social networking services, play. Play, why should we use play? Play is according to meaning and play, we should not change it into past or can add anything because subject is plural number and it is present indefinite tense. A vital role for better and dash communication service. And here is an adjective. Better and quicker, we can use here quicker. I mentioned earlier easier, but it doesn't matter. You can use here quicker communication among the people of the world. Facebook is one of the most popular. Yes, you can use most here the superlative degree, so we must here an adjective or adverb. Social network services is verb, so we must use here adjective popular that help the people to. We earlier mentioned here exchange our views. Here exchange, yes, you can send don't find it verb, you cannot change the verb. Exchange their views and thoughts very successfully and effectively. Here, my dear learners, you see what is the function of meaning and what is the function of grammatical knowledge. Okay, let's have another example. Before that, we must know how to write answers. Your answers are like that. Answer to the following question. Then answer to the question number 7. Number 1, cold, people, play, quicker, popular, and exchange. Here the C is capital letter, but it's wrong. You must write it in a small letter, okay? Because this is in the middle of the sentence. Let's have another example. Milestone College offers a wide dash of courses. It is a non-profitable dash run by MNRS Trust. The institution dash from a kindergarten to a junior school and then to a higher dash school has now emerged dash a leading college of Bangladesh. My dear learners, this is the first step, and second step you guess the meaning. Here the contextual meaning is that the text is about Milestone College and there's something in the sentence, the coherence and cohesion here in this sentence. Then we must guess a word according to meaning. Milestone College offers a wide dash. Wide is an adjective, so we must use here a noun. Noun. We can say wide range of courses. It is a non-profitable dash. Here, profitable is an non-profitable is an adjective, so we must use here a noun. Non-profitable organization, institution, like that, run by MNS Trust. The institution, here is a comma, dash from a kindergarten to a junior school. From to, then we can use here non-finite verb, growing from a kindergarten to a junior school and then to a higher dash school. Higher dash school. Higher school here, higher modifies school, but here another word we can use higher secondary school has now emerged dash a leading college. Emerged dash a leading college of Bangladesh. The answer here. Milestone College offers a wide range of courses. It is a non-profitable organization run by MNS Trust. The institution growing from a kindergarten to a junior school and then to a higher secondary school has now emerged as a leading college of Bangladesh. Okay, dear learners, let's have another example. Here the current affairs, the COVID-19 pandemic, also known as the coronavirus dash, is an ongoing global pandemic of coronavirus disease. The dash is primarily spread between people during close contact, most often via small dash produced by coughing, sneezing, and talking. People may become infected by touching a dash surface and touching their face, Common symptoms include dash, cough, fatigue, shortness of breath, and loss of sense of smell. We all know about coronavirus a lot nowadays. Still, the first step we go through the whole text, then get the meaning of the concept test. That means this is about coronavirus and the symptom of coronavirus here also mentioned, and yes, symptom and how they spread. Then the first sentence, and again we must choose a word for the gap, for each gap. The COVID-19 pandemic, also known as the coronavirus. Coronavirus, what is coronavirus? Coronavirus pandemic. We can like that coronavirus pandemic. Coronavirus. Coronavirus is here an adjective, and we can use here a noun. It's an ongoing global pandemic of coronavirus disease. The dash is primarily spread. What is here the D here? The dash. What? The virus. Okay. We can use here viruses. Here mentioned coronavirus. The virus is primarily spread between people during close contact, most often via small droplets produced by coughing, sneezing, and talking. People may become infected by touching a dash surface. And then, what will be the word here? Surface. Here, surface is noun. We can use here an adjective. Then, touching their face. Touching a dash surface. Any surface, a contaminated surface where coronavirus virus is still there. Okay. Surface, and then touching their face. Common symptoms include, here some symptoms are mentioned: cough, fatigue, shortness of breath, and loss of sense of smell. And it is common here, fever. Okay. Here is the answer. Yes, number A, coronavirus pandemic. And the number B, the dash, the pandemic. Here we mentioned here earlier, the virus is primarily spread by between people, but here the right word can be pandemic, and virus can also be used here. Okay, between people during close contact, most often via small dash, small droplets. We have already mentioned it earlier. By coughing, sneezing, and talking, people may become infected by touching a contaminated surface. Already I have mentioned it. Surface, and then touching their face. Common symptoms include fever. It is also mentioned earlier. Fever, cough, fatigue, shortness of breath, and loss of sense of smell. And here is the answer. You must then write the answer. Okay, dear learners. Okay, then we have another exercise. Look at this exercise here. Man has an unquenchable thirst dash knowledge. In fact, he is dash satisfied with what he has dash and sing. He wants to dash more and more. Dash curiosity to know more, coupled with his bold spirit of adventure. Here, what is the passage about? Contextual meaning? The curiosity of man. Okay. Then we must choose word according to meaning. Man has an unquenchable thirst. We have told it here. I have told it here. For thirst dash knowledge. Thirst for knowledge. Okay. Here preposition for. In fact, he is satisfied here. Verb is V3. So we must we can use here some else word. He is satisfied. No. He is not satisfied. Yes, he is not satisfied with what he has. He has known. He has known and seen. Okay. As man has an unquenchable thirst, so he is not satisfied. He is not satisfied with what he has seen, he has known and seen. Okay. He wants to dash more and more. He wants to, here we can use a verb, a non-finite verb. He wants to know, yes, know more and more. Dash curiosity, to know more. This curiosity here, the mention is about the curiosity, to know more, coupled with his bold spirit of adventure. Here is the answer for A number 4. Man has an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. In fact, he is never. We mentioned here not, but the same word. He is not satisfied or he is never satisfied. Both will be right. Satisfied with what he has known and seen. He wants to know more and more. This curiosity to know more, coupled with his bold spirit of adventure. My dear learners, here I would like to mention a fact that in every gap there may be more than one word, and every word can be correct. So you should not think about only from the note from the answer from your notebook. You can also use another word according to meaning to make it a meaningful one. You can use it, but you should keep in mind that you must have to choose the right word according to meaning, and you must use the right form of that word according to grammatical knowledge. Okay. Have another example. Man's dignity depends on his works. Man is a rational dash on the earth. He should not be proud. He is dash work. He is dash work for others. He should not be proud if he dash blue blood. He should be ready to help any dash of man. The man whom he is helping may be dash to him by birth, but he should not forget that we all are men. Okay, my dear learners, I would like to go first in this text, in this exercise. Here is the answer for you. Being, rational being. Okay, rational is adjective, and here being is a noun. B number, he used to work for others. He should not be proud if he is. If he is here subject, he is subject, and finite verb is blue blood. He should be ready to help any kind of man. Any kind of man. Any kind of man. The man whom he is helping may be inferior to him. Be here and be verb, then we can use adjective. To him by birth, but he should not forget that we all are men. Okay. Dear learners, another example. A really good book is one dash a reader wants to read again dash again. It is a kind of dash which helps a reader search for dash idea and beauty. A good book is dash to all. Okay. And then get the meaning, the contextual meaning, and choose the word according to meaning. A really good book is one which we can use here, which a reader wants that we can also use here, that wants to read again and again. It is a kind of dash which helps a reader to search a kind of we can use a noun here, helps a reader search for dash idea can modify in an adjective here, and beauty, idea and beauty for dash idea. In idea here, idea and beauty will modify by an adjective. A good book is dash to all. Here is the answer for you, which is B, number B, and again. It is a kind of way which helps a reader search for new idea and beauty. A good book is useful to all. Okay, my dear learners. Dear learners, homework number 16. I think you have learned all the rules from my lecture, and now it is time to practice. Practice exercise of Cloze test without clues from Navodut book. And you must practice exercise 1 to 15 at page number 562. And you must learn it. Then exercise number 1 and 2 should be written. And you must submit it to your respective teacher. All the exercises are very important at page number 562. So you must learn it very well, very carefully, okay? Thank you very much having class with me, dear learners. I hope I will again meet you with another class. Till then, stay safe. Bye bye.